Hey guys, I hope your Monday's off to a great start. Here's a little Monday morning encouragement. So one of the things I always remember my mom saying, whether it was to my older siblings or it was eventually to me, was you can do anything for X amount of time. And so for one of my older siblings, it might have been you can do anything for like 6 months. Or for another one, it might have been you can do anything for 2 years. And I remember thinking, like, why does she get to change the time? Like, it's always like the time changes. It was 6 months and it's 2 years and it's 5 years, 10 years, whatever. But then as I got a little older and then needed that advice in my life, I realized that's key. And here's why. If you think about it, if there's something that you're doing, whether maybe you're getting ready to start back to school this week or next week, or maybe you're getting ready to go back to college here in a few weeks, or start your master's degree, or just another day at a job that you're not really enjoying. The reason that advice, and honestly, I think it's wisdom, is helpful is because what it does is it brings our perspective back into a proper place. And the way it does it is by saying, listen, if you really feel like on the other side of this hurdle, it's something that you're going to be able to do that makes you feel alive, that it's something that you've been designed to do, it's been something that you've been gifted to do, something you've been made and called to do, then yeah, you actually can do anything for any amount of time in order to get over that hurdle and onto what you've been called to do. So, for instance, maybe you're going into, let's say, your sophomore year of college, and it feels like it's nothing productive. It feels like, man, I just want to get to where I'm going, etc. But you know that in order to do that one thing, you have to have a degree. And so your job right now is to get perspective and realize however long it's going to take you to get to that graduation, you're going to execute because it's what you need to do in order to get there. Or maybe you're working in a job that you really don't like, but it's paying the bills, but you really want to be doing this. Well, the reality is sometimes we've got to grind and do the things that we don't want to do in order to get to the place that we do want to be. And so you need to think in your mind, well, hey, I can do anything for X amount of time in order to get to the place that I need to be. So that's the encouragement this morning. If you really feel like God has called you to do something, you feel like you've been designed to do something, there is the time for risk and for getting out there and for doing it. But then there's also the time in realizing that sometimes we have to pay our dues. And so sometimes that means getting the degree that you don't want to get, but you have to have it to get the job. Or sometimes it means you want to get to the dream job, but in order to get to the dream job, you have to put like food on the table so your kids can eat. The reality is you can do anything for any amount of time that you need to do it in order to get what you feel like you've been designed to do. And so get out there and do it today. Follow my mom's advice. She's right pretty much all the time. And so get out there, do it today. Realize that we're all in this together. We're all pushing forward together in order to be, I think, more obedient to Christ, but then to worship Him with our lives by pushing through the things that we're not big fans of, knowing that we're still working as if we're working for the Lord in those things in order to get to the place that one day we can do the thing that we feel like we've been specifically called and made to do by God. Have a great rest of the week.